Hello everyone, welcome again to VF Properties channel, and today's discussion, or what I wish to share with you, is this statement: that property is far, or as commonly said in our Swahili, your plot iko mbali. It is what I want us to discuss today. And what are the effects of that statement? One, because of this statement, most young people, most middle class guys have been unable to purchase a plot. So what happens today, where these people can afford with the money they have to purchase that plot, iko mbali. So what happens? They don't buy. Then by the time that area they was talking about being far becomes the ideal area that they wish to be, the prices have gone up. They can't afford. So the next place that they can settle, it is still far. So what happens? They also don't buy. And what are the results at the end of the day? This person gets a family, the family gets to primary school, gets to high school, gets to university, the responsibility are many, and they can't afford to buy a property in any place, So that is the first major effect of this statement. Let me take you through this. One, remember, the areas that you consider to be close to you, I believe, they are areas with all social amenities. And what are the social amenities? There are roads, there are sewage system, there is water, there is a power, there is schools, there is churches, everything is already a well-operational residential or commercial area, right? Shopping malls and all that. But in those areas, the prices are too high for the young people and for the middle class to be able to buy. So young people today, I want to talk to you. You don't have the advantage of having that a lot of money to settle in those areas. So compared to the old folks, ama wazee, what advantage do you have? It is true you don't have enough resources, but you have one very important resource that you need to utilize, and that is time. The area that is considered to be far for you today, or for the general public today, for you as a young person, 10, 15 years from now, it will be an ideal area to settle with your family. So if you can afford it today, then it is the right time to go for it, because it is affordable for you. Because you are buying this plot maybe to build a home, but your ideal home maybe is 10 million, 15 million in the current value, which you can't afford. Maybe expecting to be able to raise that such amount in the next 10 years. So the first step is to buy that land at affordable price. Then by the time this time goes, you have been able to raise the money, you have been able to build your home, and everyone else will be wondering, wow, how did this guy manage to have this kind of a property at this area? It's because you didn't go with the statement, your area in Bali. I want to remind you young people, 30 years, 40 years, Nairobi was far for so many people. Don't even go that far. For example, areas like those in Nairobi is a common, we have a lot of satellite towns. Check all those satellite towns. 10 years down the line, don't even go far. Those areas were so far to very many people. But today is where everyone is struggling to get a plot at the prices that they can't afford, But if, as a young person 10 years ago, who was 20 years, 20-something years, took the risk because they could afford plots in those areas that time, 200, 300, 400, 500, thousand, and bought that plot, today, when they're in their 30s, they could be thinking of building a house because they bought a plot already that was affordable. Today, in those areas, plots are millions, So, I remind you again, just know that when you talk of an area being far, you take away from yourself the ability to purchase that plot today at an affordable price and leave the benefits in years to come. I just remind you that in real estate game, if you want to be in it, and of course, I know you want to be in it because you want to own a portion of this earth, it is a game of buying and waiting. not waiting and buying. It will cost you to wait and buy. So take the opportunity today. The only thing that you need to consider, does the property have the right documents? Is it a genuine property? If today you are to put a home, is it an area that you would wish to put a home? If you are to start a business, is it an area that you would consider that is cool for you to have a business? Then buy and wait and thank me later. Cheers.